Hey everyone, it's 604 Comics here this week. My pull list review for December 5th, and I picked up Avengers number 1, All New X-Men number 3, and a new title by Image called I Love Trouble, and this is the first issue of a 5-issue miniseries. So let's get started with the reviews, starting with Avengers number 1. So this is the relaunch of Avengers for the Marvel Now. This is being built as the Avengers team with an epic cast. I think it's going to have something like 20 superheroes. How Hickman is going to manage 20 different superheroes in an issue where there's only 30 some pages, I don't know, but if anyone can do it, he probably can. Doing the art is Jerome Pena. Some people love his art. Myself, I'm not crazy about it, but I think it really worked with this issue, and with the premise of this being a super huge cast. I think his art portrays Hickman's writing for this title very well. So in this issue, I guess we get the intro of how Iron Man and Captain America go about forming this specific team, and why there's so many characters on it. Because as the threats get bigger, Iron Man says the Avengers need to get bigger. So that is, I guess, the setup for this series. Moving along, we see that we have this villain, Ex Nihilo, and he's trying to make the Earth a better place, I guess by making it better than what it is currently. And he's trying to regreen the Earth and make the perfect human. But the Avengers see that as just an attack on Earth, so they go to Mars and they try to stop him. Fight ensues. Some of the Avengers get captured. Captain Marvel gets beat up and then blasted back to Earth. And that's when we see, I guess, the second part of the conversation between Iron Man and Captain America, talking about how they need to get the team bigger. And we see Captain America putting out the call for the Avengers. And on this last page, we see Captain America with some superheroes who are apparently on this new huge super Avengers team, and they're going to go back to Mars and rescue their captured comrades. So, did I think this issue was as incredible as some of the early reviews on the internet have been saying it was? I'm going to say no, but I think that's mainly because of my lack of Marvel history knowledge. Like on that last page, I think I probably know about half of who the superheroes are, but some of these characters I just don't know who they are. So that might be why I didn't find this issue as incredible as some people have said it was. The writing, I thought, was really good. I thought Hickman did a really good job, and like I said, Pena did a really good job with the art for this issue. He's done some other stuff like on Uncanny X-Force, so he's got a really distinct style that you can recognize immediately. So my rating for this issue, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. I'm definitely going to continue picking up this issue, and I want to see how Hickman portrays this super huge Avengers team with 20 some members, and maybe even 40. So we'll see where it goes, but my rating, 4 out of 5. The next issue I'm going to review is All New X-Men number 3. If you remember my review from last week, I did number 2, and I completely enjoyed that issue because I just love seeing that interaction between the original 5 and the current day X-Men. This issue focuses solely on present day Cyclops and his team of Magneto and Magic. If you haven't read this issue, I'm going to spoil it for you, so make sure you go read the issue and then come back and watch the review. So in this issue, we see Cyclops destroying this convoy of vehicles in his attempt to rescue Emma Frost. During this attack, we see that the Phoenix Force has apparently made it so that they can't control their mutant powers as well anymore. So Cyclops has trouble with his optic blasts, Magneto has trouble with his magnetic powers, and Emma Frost can't read minds. So we get that development. Why? they don't tell us yet, so I'm gonna assume we'll find that out in future issues. But like I said, this entire issue focuses solely on present-day Cyclops, and we get some more reveals of some more new mutants. Apparently, this one can copy. He's a cloner, a shifter, clone shifter, and we see that Cyclops is going to recruit that new mutant in what he says is the start of a mutant revolution. And then someone says, when did it become a revolution? And we see the last page, which is just brilliant. It's the original 5 meeting up with present day Cyclops and his team. And this is just an incredible cliffhanger, and it's just an incredible lead into issue number 4. This spread right here makes me wish I had number 4 in my hands right now so I can read it. And I'm sure anybody that's reading this is probably thinking the same thing. But unfortunately, it's not going to be out next week. I wish it was. But in terms of this issue, I didn't find it as great as issue number 2. But that's only because I just love the original 5 and their interaction with the present-day X-Men. I felt that this issue could have been called just Uncanny X-Men, which is going to be coming out next year, because it talks just about Cyclops, present-day Cyclops, and his team. So I think maybe it might have been better if that series was out now, as opposed to being released next year. In terms of rating, I'm going to give this issue, I would have given it a 3.5 out of 5, but just solely based on that last cliffhanger page, I'm going to bump it up to a 4 out of 5. And the last issue I'm going to review for you guys this week is the I Love Trouble. I didn't know much about this issue. I just saw it when I was flipping through the new releases, and I thought, sounds like an interesting title. What it is this girl's a thief, and she is on the run from some mobsters because she's stolen some money from them. So she's flying to, I believe, Missouri. And while she's flying, the plane starts to crash, and she manifests some superpowers. And I think her ability is something similar to what Nightcrawler could do. She can teleport to places in a blink of an eye. So we see that she develops this power, and things happen, and she meets up with one of her older friends so she can show him her powers. And we see that her old mob boss has found her, and he wants to use her and her powers so she can steal stuff for him. And to do that, he's captured Felicia's friend, and I guess using him as hostage, and to bribe our superhero in order to do his bidding. What did I think of this issue? I wish I had a better introduction so that we knew more about the character Felicia and her history and how she develops her powers, but I'm guessing that's what issues 2 through 5 is going to be all about. I picked this issue up on a whim because it sounded interesting, and for the most part it is. Would I continue with it? I think I will, only because it's a 5-issue miniseries. And the art here by Mark Robinson is different from anything that you'll see in Marvel and DC, so that's a little bit of a refreshing touch. You don't see the traditional superheroes art throughout this issue, so I like the different style. It is definitely a distinct style. Story-wise, it's okay. Art-wise, helps it out. Rating-wise, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. If you're interested, take a look and give it a try. Definitely worth $2.99. So those are my reviews for the week. I Love Trouble #1, All New X-Men #3, and Avengers #1. My pick of the week, it's going to be between Avengers #1 and All New X-Men #3. I give them both 4 out of 5, so I'm going to base my decision on solely which title I would pick up next release time, if I could only pick up one, and it's going to be All New X-Men #3, because it just had an incredible cliffhanger. So there you go, those are my reviews for December 5th. Make sure you leave your comments and let me know what you thought of these issues, any 3 of these issues. And if you like what you've been seeing, make sure you subscribe to my channel, because I'm going to be putting out reviews every week, and give it a like. I'm going to try to bribe you guys and make you subscribe. So next week, if I have 25 subscribers, I'm going to give away the digital codes for both Avengers #1. So I'm going to give out the code for Avengers #1 and for All New X-Men #3. So remember, if you like, subscribe. 604 Comics, thanks for watching my reviews, and make sure you come back next week. Thanks.